Welcome you all in 10th standard English class. Today we are going to learn the grammar part. What is important in grammar part or the main thing in grammar? It's the parts of speech. So today we are going to learn the parts of speech. First is noun. Noun, like any person's noun. Student's name, Amit, Vinay, Rohan, Priya, girl's name. These are all nouns. Then dog, cat, even bench, fan. These are all nouns. Now definition of the noun is the name of a person, place, animal or thing is known as noun. What is the definition? The name of a person, place, animal or thing is known as noun. Now there are kinds of nouns. Altogether they are 5, like proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun, abstract noun. First we'll see proper noun. If I'll say Rohan stand, then what will happen? Only Rohan will stand. Means if there are 10 boys in the class, then whose name is Rohan, that boy will stand. Am I correct? Means Rohan is a particular name of that boy or the specific name of that boy. But if I'm saying boys stand up, okay, then what will happen? All the boys will stand. So boys will common noun. Okay, follow this. So what we have learned today here in proper noun. Proper nouns are words which name specific people, things, places or organization. Again I am repeating. Proper nouns are words which name specific people, things, places or organization. Now I have just given the example of name like Rohan and boys. But if I say mountain, now mountain is a proper noun or common noun? It's a common because any mountain we call mountain. But if I say Himalayan mountain, then Himalaya is a specific mountain. Okay, so it's a proper noun. Okay, followed this. Have you understood? Okay, so proper noun means a specific noun. A specific noun. Like Sachin Tendulkar, cricketer's common noun. But Sachin Tendulkar, it's a proper noun. Then city, many cities are there. Mumbai, Delhi, but Mumbai is a proper noun. And I will give you one more hint to make you understand, or you can say to guess it quickly. Proper nouns begins with capital letters. Okay, what I said, what I have told you, proper nouns begin with capital letters. So don't forget this. Okay, so it's easy to understand this. What is proper noun? How you can easily identify. Now next is common noun. Common noun is a noun that names person, places or objects of the same kind are common nouns. Again I am repeating, nouns that name persons, places or objects of the same kind are common noun. The way I have just given the example of proper noun, the same way, like when I explained you about proper noun, that I have given an example like boys and Rohan. So boys are common. So here boys is common noun and Rohan is a proper noun. So common means all, like common means I want to say that places, any place, cities, any cities, animals, so all are animals, so it's a common noun. Okay, pen, pencil, these are common nouns. Rivers is a common noun. But if I'm saying that Ganga river, then what will come? It's a proper noun. But if I'm saying only river, then it's a common noun. Okay, I hope I'm clear with this. So proper noun we have done, common noun we have done. Now we will move to the third one, a collective noun. Now collective nouns means nouns that name a group or a class of similar things or persons taken together and spoken of as one whole are called collective nouns. Again I am repeating, nouns that name a group or a class of a similar things or persons taken together and spoken of as one whole are called collective nouns. In simple word you can say that it's a collection. The word we use for collection of various things, that's a typical word is given to that, like that a dozen banana. When I'm saying dozen, then that person will give me a 12 bananas. So dozen is a collective noun. Okay, now we use, if there are 2-3 keys together, then what we will say? Bunch of keys. Now bunch is a collection of keys. That word bunch, why we are using for what we are using that word bunch? Collection of keys. So bunch is a collective noun. Okay, then can you give me 2-3 other examples, simple examples? Like if I'm saying class is also a collective noun. If only in the class there are 2, 3, 10, 20 students are there, so it's a class. So class is a collective noun. Okay, army is a collective noun. Followed? So we can move to the next one. It's a proper, common, collective noun. It's a abstract noun. Okay, abstract noun, actually it shows courage, means the feelings, mostly it's come in this category. It comes feelings, quality, that things comes in under this category of abstract noun. The definition is nouns that name ideas or concept, quality, feeling, some state or a thing which cannot be touched or seen are called abstract noun. Again I am repeating, a noun that name ideas or concept, quality, feeling, some state or a thing which cannot be touched or seen are called abstract noun. Once again, the things we cannot touch, that comes in here in the abstract noun. Like I am saying honesty. Honesty is the best quality. Now can we touch that honesty quality? No, honesty is a quality. So it comes under this. Then I am saying that Shivaji Maharaj fought with Mughals and shows tremendous courage. Okay, Shivaji Maharaj fought with Mughals and showed tremendous courage. So courage is a abstract noun here. Okay, beauty, courage, honesty, these are abstract noun. Now one more noun is there. It's a material noun. Material example is anything, like means gold, any material I want to say, gold, steel, coal, copper. This comes under this quality of material noun. Like definition is nouns that name materials or substances that we see and touch or are ingredients for making things are called material nouns. Again I am saying nouns that name materials or substances that we see and touch or are ingredients for making things are called material nouns, like gold, because by using gold we make bangles and ornaments and all. So gold is a material noun. Steel, coal, okay, these are material nouns. So here we have completed one parts of speech, that is noun. In noun there are kinds of noun like proper noun, common noun, collective noun, abstract noun and material noun. I hope you have followed this. So we'll move back to the next one, that is pronoun. Okay. Suppose I want to say, give you an example. I want to give you an example of a one boy. Like we'll say Hari. Okay. Hari stays next door. Hari is an artist. Hari is a good boy. Hari likes swimming. Hari is a good narrator. Okay, so how many times I have said this Hari, Hari, Hari? At least 3-4 times. Don't you think it's very much, I am very much repetitive? Okay, again and again I am saying Hari, Hari. So to avoid this, we can use a word to in place of a noun or instead of a noun, that is called pronoun. Okay, so what like I'm saying that Hari is a good boy, right? First word, Hari stays next door. So how I'll start? In the first place I'll say Hari stays next door. Then for the Hari I will use he. Why I will use he, not his? I will use he because Hari is a boy. So he is a good boy. Okay, he likes cricket. Then he himself gifted me a pen. So he, himself, these are what? It's a pronoun. Now we will learn the definition of pronoun. Okay, pronoun is a word that stands in place of a noun. Again I am repeating, pronoun is a word that stands in a place of a noun. Okay, there are many pronouns but which are regularly used, that I will just give example of that pronouns, like I, me, mine, you, his, her, she, they, we, them, our. These are pronouns. Then he, himself, herself, we. These are also pronouns.